Hey, Jason, how are you?
Good, good.
Great. Well, folks, I'm here with Jason Emanis, Gain Advisor, a fractional vice president of marketing for multiple companies within the industry, and a very respected senior marketing executive who has had extensive experience in the global travel and hospitality space. So, welcome, Jason. Tell us about yourself.
Well, I didn't start in hospitality. I'm in Houston, Texas, and most of us, way back when, got out of college and went to work for oil and gas. So I started there. I jumped over to technology, early 2000s, right after the dot-com bubble, actually. So that was fun. I learned a lot. um, did a lot of small companies and several startups. So I got used to kind of doing more with less, being very practical with things. I guess most notably, I took over marketing for a corporate legal software company. It was running about 6 million a year. And we grew that. I think we probably doubled that in a few years and ended up selling it. It was probably I wasn't privy to the financials, so it was probably three times was the rumor. So it was a good experience. It was good growth. From there, I did go into hospitality technology with Sceptre Hospitality Resources, and that was a spunky group that built iHotelier CRS and ended up selling it to TravelClick. They all went to work for TravelClick, bounced out one by one, and built a second generation CRS Windsurfer. And that's when I joined them. And that was a great experience. What was interesting about it is when I got there was no real differentiation between the CRSs. You could go with one of the big companies, and then you have this kind of this again, spunky startup.
Right.
Um, and from a marketer's point of view, you really have to differentiate. Why are we different? Why do people buy? And I kept falling back on service. And of course, nobody's, oh, we don't want to talk about service. I was like, yeah, but that's what the clients say. And that's why it's important. And it was. And we leaned into that. And I mean, it was like a fire hose. It was fantastic. The clients loved it. And the market got it. And I would walk the halls of high tech, and people were like, oh, "Yeah, I get it," because we ran this whole thing. You're not a number, and it just worked because the service with the other guys was so bad that people were willing to jump CRSs, which is a hard thing to do. So it was good. We started adding products leading up to the pandemic, and so the differentiation started to change, and so that was exciting. And then boom, the pandemic hit. But we did grow about 194% the last 3 years leading up to the pandemic, and sold to Serent Capital. So that's then I started doing some of this fractional marketing work with primarily startups.
Excellent. So, with that breadth of experience, I have some ideas about this, but why did you join Gain?
Well, when you approached me, it was like, this guy wants me to join the Avengers. Like, I was like, I mean, the the talent, the bench, and it's broad, and it's like, wow, it's like, man, these people, their experiences are phenomenal. And you want to be a part of that kind of team. You want to be a part of the Super Bowl winning team. And so that was very exciting for me. But also, as you explained it more, this idea of a tech hub, um this hub where a company interested in growth can come in, and they could do work with me on marketing. But I mean, I can introduce them to the trusted Gain network, if they have legal matters, if they have product development, runs the gambit, sales. And the other thing is, it's a global network. So if I'm working with, I'm doing some marketing for a company here in the States, and they're ready to expand, and as selling and marketing in Europe's a little different than North America, and there's nuance there. And I mean, people like Eva over at Bond is they're, again, in the trusted network, phone call away. It's like, hey, we've got a gain client that's ready to expand into Europe. We need your expertise. And that's pretty exciting.
Yeah, I mean, look, that well put. I mean, frankly, I couldn't put it any better. So that's the ultimate compliment, and thank you for that. That's really, really well put. Um, what can gain clients expect from you, particularly?
Well, I'm a practical marketer, but imaginative. Again, I've learned to be independent, kind of a doer manager over the years. I still believe in word of mouth. I think it's the best, and you get there with a number of methods, and you've got to differentiate. I've really learned that different sells better, not so much. And it
Mm,
might for the big boys, but you're not going to compete against the big boys unless you're different, because nobody cares. They're not going to put their careers at risk. Uh, so you really got to focus on different. And then talking to clients, um, over the years, I've realized how critical it is to speak with clients, and they will tell you why they buy, and you need to know why they buy. And it's interesting. A lot of companies don't. And again, understanding the problem and marketing the problem. That's where I love to market the problem.
perfect. Listen, we're very fortunate to have you as part of the organization. I personally really enjoy working with you, and I appreciate your time today.
Thank you.